Good afternoon, everyone. My name's Emmett, and I am here today with Wizardman in the comms booth. The runners are just about ready, both present waiting in the race room to get started on today's Wario Woods bracket match. Not bracket, pools match. So, we'll get started in just a couple minutes here. Looks like our runners are just about ready, so we'll be going about a minute here. I'd like to take a second and introduce yourself, Wizardman. That'd be a great time.
Sounds good. This is Wizardman here on co-commentary. Former tournament person before my elimination Friday, so I at least also know the game as well, and should be a good match. We got Pika versus Darkwing Duck, and both kind of control their own destiny, looking at the scoreboard so far in their group.
Both long-time, really good general NES speedrunners as well. A little bit of desync in the start. We'll get tech cleaning that up as we go on. If you haven't seen a Wario's Woods race, welcome. This is a very interesting match 3 kind of puzzle game because rather than controlling things as they fall, you control Toad in the bottom and you pick things up and you move them around. Yeah, and you get at least 3 things lined up with at least 1 bomb and they will disappear. But our runners are going to be doing a lot, making things much bigger than 3 because if we can get 5 in a row, we can trigger a diamond. And diamonds will clear entire colors, and not only does that reduce the number of things you need to clear, it also reduces the number of colors, gives you more consistent bombs, just generally speeds everything up.
Indeed, and having the best runs basically comes down to 2 things. Getting those diamonds to clear the colors, because, as you said, once you clear a color, that color's not going to show up anymore, so that's going to be the difference between winning and losing right there.
Yeah, a lot of RNG in this run. The bombs are random, the diamonds are random. The levels are not random, but each stage or each round can have 2 different patterns, and they are not equal. So sometimes you'll get good stages, sometimes you'll get worse stages, and you're just going to do your best to get through them. Pretty balanced so far. Looks like they're both leaving 8 at just about the same time. Same pattern in 9 as well. Darkwing's got that white diamond, just kind of had to walk into it and got it. Again, pretty close, and we're going to see our first little cutscene. In a speedrun, these mostly get in the way. We won't be spending a lot of time reading Wario's bold statements about how he's going to win. Now on 10, Pika got the worst pattern for sure. Darkwing Duck got the good one. And you're going to see this translate to a little bit of a lead here for Darkwing. Also got the good pattern for 11. It's a very subtle difference, but this pattern lets you, if you look at the shape that Darkwing just made with the blues, and Pika's going to do the same thing, that shape also lets you clear 5 enemies in one shot. It doesn't produce a diamond, but it's still very efficient. The alternate pattern for 11 doesn't let you do 2 of those. It also has 7 enemies of the color with a lot, which is too many to make an entire line across the bottom. With 6 enemies, you have room for a bomb. With 7, you don't.
And Pika getting lucky with a good diamond there on 12, because had there been an orange one, that could have easily been a 5-6 second delay.
Yeah, the early stages are actually pretty quick and pretty consistent. We're going to see a lot more variation when we start getting into the 30s and 40s. So until then, it really is going to be anybody's race. You can see they just caught right back up, so it's just going to be a push and pull tug of war here for a bit. Now we got a new enemy type. The enemies which are red on Darkwing's side and light blue on Pika's side, they start one color, and when you get a bomb on them, they're going to change to a different color, and then you need a different bomb to finish them off. They're represented in the enemy list on the left side of the screen with the question mark. And they are priority to clear because we haven't seen anyone get Wario time yet, but when Wario time shows up, Wario spawns enemies, and we do not want him spawning any enemies that are not normal because the complex enemies are going to waste your time a lot worse than the normal ones. Darkwing's going to leave that white hanging around to force the diamond, and the diamond turned out to be the dead white. If you played the SNES version of this game, in the SNES version you can move diamonds. In the NES version, diamonds are immobile, and if you get a diamond of a dead color in the middle of your chain, you're just stuck until you can clear it, so it is risky even to force diamonds when there are dead bombs hanging around. Level 17's another interesting level because it's these 7 vertical setups and they're all different colors. So this is a stage where you really have to manage how the bombs come down. You can hold down to make them spawn faster and more frequent and make them fall. But like Darkwing just got extra oranges, and those are going to be a thorn in their side for the rest of the stage. Look at now there's 2 colors that Darkwing needs, but there are also now 3 dead colors. And Darkwing's just got to wait for a green to show up or start cleaning up. Those are the only 2 options. So that stage is really interesting as a result of how you have to manage your bombs.
Yeah, on Darkwing's end, that was some of the worst sniping I've seen on 17 in some time. That was not kind at all.
Yeah, I mean, it's a thing where once you get one bad bomb in 17, it can spiral on you. So if you can keep it clean, the longer you keep it clean, the better off you are. Pika out of 19 and into 20. The shortest category of this game is 20 stages. So this is where the short category would end. And Pika setting up a quick kill on orange here. You'll notice when that goes in, makes kind of a partial X, and there's no oranges left. That's a really good setup in this stage. I'm making pretty quick work of 20. The blue diamond, you would have preferred a red diamond, but blue is not bad, just takes a little bit of shuffling because it's in the way. Darkwing onto 20 as well. Still mostly normal enemies at this point. We're seeing slightly taller stacks, though. '21 can be a little awkward because there's exactly like 5 of most enemy colors, which is a unpleasant number to deal with, because if you have 4, you get a clear and a diamond at the same time. Your options with 5 are go for 4, get the diamond, but leave 1 behind, which increases the number of colors you can get, or go for a 3 and 2, or try to do all the work to set up a 5. Having exactly 4, like with the oranges here, it's pretty little easier to deal with.
Yeah, as you said, sometimes especially if your RNG is not going very good, sometimes you can almost use it to your advantage in those. If you've only got the 4, wait for a second bomb, see if you can make a diamond out of that.
That's actually going to come into play a lot in later stages. There will be places where we're trying to force diamonds and we only have 3 of an enemy, and one strategy is definitely to force 2 bombs quickly and just hope they're the same color. Also note, it is entirely possible to make a diamond without any enemies, using only bombs. This might come up in some of the harder stages. We'll see. Pika did not get a useful diamond there, but the bombs were kind. Still within about half a stage so far. Green was not an amazing first bomb for Pika there. The reds are much more likely to be productive. Yeah, Pika has a bit of a choice to make, but getting another dead red does not makes that choice easy. Don't wait when you got that second dead red. You're not going to get a full clear. Darkwing setting up a diagonal diamond. Orange was not what you wanted when you used oranges to make that diamond. You really would prefer to get a different color that has more enemies left on the screen, but you take what you can get. More of the 2-bomb enemies, or the color-changing enemies in specific, in Pika's side at 25. Oh, that Pika barely tapped that bomb, causing it to drop and breaking up the attempt to get it all with one bomb. Not too much of a time loss, but obviously not exactly what they were hoping for.
We haven't seen too much of Wario just yet, which is definitely good for the runners, but we're gonna start getting to those stages where that's gonna start changing.
Yeah, I'd say for a lot of the runners in this tournament, there's decent odds we won't see them until stage 30. At which point it does become really hard to avoid. 27 is actually a stage that's pretty risky for that. So 27 is our first instance of enemies that take 2 hits. They do not change color, but they require 2 bombs to destroy, and you have to do it within a certain time window. If you wait too long, they will stop flashing, and it will undo. They will revert to normal, and then you have to start from the beginning. Pika got some really good diamonds there, got both red and blue diamonds, which really helps speed that up. Let's see how Darkwing handles it. I think Darkwing got a much better layout, though. Darkwing's gonna wait there for that green bomb to fall down, so that the second one could have resurrected the color, but Darkwing smartly saw it and waited for it to finish. I think Darkwing is looking for a way to get all of these in one go, and it's not. Oh, got sniped on finishing off blues, which is gonna be unpleasant. Now you're just hoping the flashing lasts long enough to get you out of it. The good news about the flashing is that there's only one timer for flashing, and it's global, so if you get a second hit on a different flashing enemy, regardless of same or different color, it will reset the timer, so you can keep them flashing a little bit longer that way. 29 is a fun stage because there's easy diamond setups wherever you go. Pika is trying to avoid getting sniped on that diagonal. Didn't quite make it. Forcing a diamond here. No. Now gonna force the diamond. Get rid of red. It's got to be a green diamond. Let's see how Darkwing goes. About 1 stage back so far. This is still anybody's race. There's a lot yet to go. And a lot of RNG yet to go.
Right, in 29, also the only level in the first 50, and I would assume probably the game, where there's only one pattern. So that's one you can, once you learn it, very easy to master.
Level 17, the verticals, is always the verticals as well. At least I've never seen anything different in 17. Darkwing Duck, vertical diamond setup, light blue. It's an alright diamond. Didn't kill a ton of stuff, but it was something that wasn't going to otherwise be easy to get rid of. Level 31 is definitely a difficulty spike here, because we've got quite a few colors to go with the difficult enemies. Pika, who's been having pretty good diamond luck most of the run, and it's been continuing. Like there's a second good diamond there, and then the dead red didn't end up causing a problem. Now, meanwhile, Darkwing waiting on maybe a light blue. See if that gives a good diamond. And yeah, that was a good diamond. That was exactly what you would have wanted to see there. Darkwing's gonna see about getting... Yeah, that diamond's not happening, unfortunately. Yeah, Pika is also kind of a little bit flooded over here with some awkwardly positioned enemies. Getting close. Here, we're gonna see Wario time on Pika's side. And didn't last long, so it wasn't especially punishing. But as with everything else, the more colors you can get rid of, the more consistent Wario is going to be in not giving you things that really mess you up. Curious if Pika's going to finish those blues off. They are. And going to get all the oranges to go for a... Oh, missed the grab. Wanted a diamond out of those oranges and ended up pulling the diamond, or pulling someone out one step too late. Caused a diagonal that actually disrupted the diamond. That red, so 2 red diamonds, not what you want. You can't move them. So it doesn't, you gotta actually work around them. Didn't end up going too badly. Darkwing has a vertical diamond set up there. Red isn't bad. Would have probably preferred light blue, but red is not bad there. The extra orange, also not what Darkwing wanted to see. At least the game is going to give another chance to get that color killed off here. Pika moving through 34. Gotta get rid of that diamond that is not super useful. Also not in a great position to actually kill these colors either, so... Trying to set it up just enough to finish the job. Oh yeah, Darkwing is about 1 stage behind at this point. Alright, level 35, another difficult level. Looking for Darkwing's strat here is the orange diamond. Got pink. Which is not what you wanted. It feels like you just got rid of a lot of enemies, but now you have a lot of the 2-hit enemies, and they're all in a very awkward interleave. So it's not actually what you want. You're really hoping for a red or a blue there. Going for a second diamond. It's red. That is also not what you wanted, because you don't have many reds left. And the red bomb came back. That's one of those times where you gotta just slow down just a bit, like this green bomb. The green bomb also came back, so the only enemies are blue, but we got a lot of junk hiding around here. And could not get that bomb down before the blinking stopped. Okay, this is a much better situation. That should get Darkwing out. Not Darkwing, Pika, sorry. Darkwing got the much better pattern for 35, the one that is all verticals. And has a chance to work some diamonds here. Pink is not what was wanted, and couldn't move just a little too slow. Still should be out of here pretty quickly, if this is a red diamond, really quickly. Now, okay, so now here's the potential problem Darkwing has Wario time. So now, these enemies are really bad in Wario time because what will happen is he will cycle them in a way that is very unpleasant. Now he's going to spawn another one. Oh, the bomb absorbed it. That is so helpful for Darkwing. That enemy had spawned, it would have been off cycle, and you can just get in a bad loop there. Pika's got a diamond set up on 37 here. Not so much a second diamond setup yet, but a chance to kill red. And green, that's great. With the exception of those lingering green bombs, but, you know, that's kind of a small price to pay given the situation. Yeah, Pika had a chance to get a diamond out of the pinks, or pinks out of the blues, I'm sorry. Turned it down, and now has a resurrected blue bomb that now leads to a blue diamond in the way, and there were just too many pinks to make one long horizontal chain. So I had to fight through that one pretty hard. Now in level 38, we see our last enemy type, which is the diagonal-only enemies. You can only clear them by making diagonal combos. Note that that does not apply if you make a combo of bombs only. If it's all bombs, it will fire horizontally, and if it has a diamonds will also fire horizontally, so that can be used to your advantage if you have a diamond and you need to clear it out. "39 is a relatively normal level, just the deepest one we've seen so far. It does actually get worse than this, I assure you. But nothing too funky here. We're just trying to find some diamonds again. And that will help us get the stack down faster and faster. Not exactly great colors, though. Meanwhile, Darkwing over on 38 got rid of all the diagonals, setting up a diamond, moving on to 39. Couple of good diamonds here, could be right back in it.
And Pika getting stuck with that pink bomb at the worst time. If Darkwing Duck's gonna get a little, close the gap a little bit, now's probably the time to do so.
And a Pika getting a green diamond, not very helpful. I mean, if they're one stage apart, we have 41, 45, and 48 all left to go. So there's a lot of time for anything to happen here.
Very true. Despite the being about half a stage ahead, it's still very much anyone's game.
Yeah, Pika did eventually get the diamond that got rid of almost all the enemies on the screen, and it was short work from there. Darkwing fighting through Wario time over here. Pika is on to stage 40, which is actually a very short stack, but there's a lot of colors buried in a very awkward manner. It's actually really difficult to dig out what you need in this one and to get out of here before Wario shows up. If you get a lucky diamond that works out, you can make a pretty big move on this stage, but it's very difficult. Pika's got a diagonal setup. I had a video freeze. Okay. It's back. I had audio, but no video for a moment. I don't know if that's on stream or not. So, yep, they're both on 40 now. Pika is a little bit ahead, but also has to contend with Wario. That's exactly what Pika wants to see. Gets that cleared out just before Wario spawns something new. Alright, 41 is a very tough stage because of the color-changing enemies here. Looks like Pika is going for this horizontal orange, and it's just going to spawn bombs till it shows up. Light blue is not the diamond you wanted to see there. I'm just going to make do with it. And also, there's a no, there's still another pink under there. I didn't see that. Now what's the play? We got a resurrected red, which is really bad. There's no red enemies left, but if Wario comes around with that red, he can make life pain. And you can definitely see Pika wants to get rid of all the blues as quickly as possible here. Game was actually pretty cooperative. Yeah. And what's it spawn? Not a red. That's very helpful for Pika. Darkwing, again, about half a stage behind. Unfortunately, not really going to be a great way to speed this one along. They're not really going to have a good diamond setup. Maybe with the white now. Okay, that will actually make Darkwing pretty happy. Then the white spawn will make Darkwing pretty not happy. That diamond will make Darkwing very happy. Let's move on. 42 is just normal enemies, but again, the patterning, the way you have to dig to actually set up diamonds is quite tricky. Darkwing lost the dark blue, got another one. That's way more dark blues than Darkwing wants to see. And some Pika, but also Darkwing had the same problem, where the blue just spawned right as it was getting cleared out. Pika's going to try to get rid of blue here. Did not actually grab the enemy. Sometimes the controls in this game can be very touchy. And Pika making sure to clear the entire color during that drop. And now when the bombs start coming this fast, it actually gets tricky to stay ahead of Wario and his shenanigans. You can see that that was a little bit of a trick on Pika's side. Darkwing is catching up, though. Darkwing is through 42 and is still a little bit behind, but less so with each passing stage. Okay, so this stage is actually one of the fastest ones in this stage of the game, because there are actually pretty good diamond setups in here. There are a lot of diagonal-only enemies, but they are all already lined up on diagonals for you. Does not look like Darkwing found the diagonal, though, here, so they're finally setting up a diamond. Green isn't bad. You're going to want to kill green with that one. Alright, 44 is, again, a lot of colors of normal enemies in just awkward orientations. Now, when using the enemies to try to clear this diamond, you do need to do it diagonally. Darkwing out of 43. Still a very tight race here. Blue diamond for Darkwing, that's not bad. Blue diamond for Pika as well. Pika wants to get rid of those tanks, but they just will not stop. Darkwing's kind of in the same boat, but was able to finish off Pink. The diamond green. Green is a pretty good diamond here. Darkwing waited to see what the bomb spawn was going to be before finishing the color. Just a few too many enemies there to actually finish the job, unfortunately. And Darkwing going to try to force a diamond. Not enough to finish the color, and I think Wario is gonna get in the way here. And then that white diamond is not exactly what you wanted. Alright, so Pika's been over on 45. 45 is either the hardest or second hardest stage in this run, depending on who you ask. It's hard to find diamonds in here, and you really need the game to give you the right diamonds. And it does look like that did not happen for Pika. So you can keep trying green. It actually, if you get all bad diamonds, things actually get very difficult, because it gets hard to rearrange things in a way that results in actually getting rid of the two-hit enemies. So this has a chance to be a pretty big equalizer here. So Darkwing has two red diamonds now, which, not what you wanted. Not the worst thing in the world, but not what you wanted.
Yeah, if we were on the Super NES version, easily able to work around that, but on that, luckily they were at least close together, so didn't lose too much on that one.
Yeah, Darkwing is trying to juggle Wario, got another diamond that was not appreciated. Should at least be able to get down to one color, but that only helps so much when Wario is spawning enemies here. The diamond opportunity will really help, though. It's still really close. Pika doing a good job of finding the diamonds in this stack. Don't really want the 2 reds, but at least they weren't a problem. It actually helped clear stuff out there because of how they lined up. White diamond, though, not so great. And it's also going to make it pretty impossible. That was a really good setup. I don't know if that was intentional or if that just kind of happened. And that'll get Pika out of 46.
Yeah, I don't know if that was intentional or not, but that was a really nice move.
Yeah, like, for that to be intentional, would have had to have seen it and analyzed it and caught it all in midair, and either way, it's very impressive. Still half a stage apart. 47, this particular pattern is kind of interesting because there are 2 pretty decent vertical diamond setups, one of light blue, one of orange. Darkwing took neither of them and went for that horizontal orange. There's another diagonal diamond setup. Light blue, not an amazing color, but again, hardly a problem. It's progress. Pikachu out of 47 and on to 48, the great equalizer. So here we got 2 hit enemies lined up in a extremely unpleasant manner. Diamond setups are few and far between here, and most of them do require that you change the color of at least one set of enemies. That blue diamond is exactly what Darkwing wanted.
Luckily, both of you have gotten the good strat for this level, and Pika got the blue diamond.
Yep.
Very helpful if he gets the ready. Oh my god, okay.
Yeah, Pika did a lot of work to chain the diamond into the diamond. So this is definitely, since Pika is ahead, this is the kind of thing that will keep Pika ahead.
Yeah, you can't play 48 much better than that.
I mean, you can play 48 better than that, and the game can say no. The important part is the game said yes. Got the bombs you wanted, got the diamonds you wanted, everything's coming up Millhouse. Meanwhile, Darkwing Duck, not as lucky. Darkwing, I thought Darkwing was probably going to be setting up to get all the blues in a row there. Didn't work out that way. That diamond could have been extremely painful if the game chose for it to be. Pika's on to 50, which is definitely easier than 48. There's a few good diagonal diamond setups in this pattern, which you can see Pika taking advantage of, getting that diamond there. Darkwing still got to go through 49, so barring a major catastrophe on Pika's side, Pika is probably going to hold on. That's the power of 48. It decides, it gives you the thumbs up or the thumbs down whether you are going to PB this run, whether you are going to win this race. And that's going to be time for Pika. So that's GG's for Pika. And Darkwing is not exactly far behind. 7 horizontal is, again, not the number you want, so gonna go with the vertical stack. The diamond at least turned out to be green and not pink. And Darkwing also got the good pattern for 50. Let's see if the bombs play along. These diamonds are what you want to fish out here. These diagonals, the blue. blue is also going to be the one you wanted to get first, because that leaves the white mostly intact. Now, whether you get a white, that's again up to the game. Yeah, now just kind of waiting on bombs, really. Game is not being cooperative with the bombs on Darkwing's side. I get blue cleared. Got a chance to take care of orange, but he's going to get pink first. That chain works out, and that's going to be time as well. GG's to both runners. Pika in chat. This game is so impossible. Yeah, a little bit. Little bit.
Just a little bit, but yeah, GG's to both, and very hard fought the whole way through.
Okay, let's give the runners a couple minutes to see if they want to hop in. But I know I talked a lot. I know this was your first time doing commentary, so I might have talked over you a bit. Do you have any thoughts on that match?
Oh, it's all good. I was, mostly trying to take it all in, but yeah, it was a very good match, very enjoyable match, and I do like, at least from what I was able to gather, a lot of the patterns that the two got were mostly the same. It wasn't like, oh, one got the good strat, one got the bad strat. Like they were mostly very similar between both, and actually made it a lot more fun to watch.
Welcome in, Darkwing. GG is on the run. Unfortunate second place. Pretty rough 48 from where we were sitting. How did the run feel for you?
Oh, I played my normal bad, and that just kind of had happened. I didn't really... I haven't been improving whatsoever, so it's been kind of a frustration to get the same times over and over again without actually improving. So, but that's on me. Can't do, can't blame anything else but that, so...
I mean, it's a rough game with all the RNG, for sure.
Yeah, it comes down to a lot of RNG, and yeah, especially in the later stages, it did not seem like the bomb luck was kind to you, especially in those last couple.
Well, I mean, you got to set up better so that you don't get, when you get unexpected, you can handle it better. That's what separates, like, the 28th from the 34s.
Yeah, definitely. This game, things snowball. Like, you failing to clear one color can have not just a one bomb impact, but it can be a 10-15 second time loss because the RNG will then just punish you for it. I don't know if you were actually watching the restream or at all, but it was a dead heat until 48, and the diamonds in 48 really did make a big swing in this one.
Oh, well. But that's surprising to me because I lost by, 2 minutes? Doesn't seem like that was a 2-minute stage. I don't remember it for sure. That's one I had Berto come all the way back, right? I don't think I did a whole bunch of comboing either. I guess that makes sense. I don't remember stages here. I'm too busy trying to clear.
And we have Pikachu joining us as well. GG's, congrats on the win, Pika. Any thoughts on that match?
Yeah, that's super hard, as I'm super lucky at some moments, but some stages for sure is bad, but I can give up everything, bad stuff and good stuff. Oh, I don't have too much to say, just hard as I'm not sure how I win, but I had today so many good attempts before, as I did PB, insane PB for me. It was 13 minutes and 13 seconds, and same, I am not sure how I did it. I'm not good enough at this game, so it's hard to explain.
Yeah, just before the tournament started, I had like a 3-minute PB in this that I don't know how I did it, and I don't know how I'm ever going to do it again. So
Yeah. It's something like same. I'm doing sometime 37 minutes, 35 minutes. My average is something like 35 minutes, 30. Okay, between 33 minutes and 37 minutes, something like that. And how I did 32 minutes in Ace, it's something. It's not explainable.
You had a really good 48. Both
Yeah.
both you played it really well, and the diamonds also turned out for you.
I have to watch later, I think. I have so many lucky moments, like 38 is something. I had blue diamond first, I chained it into it, I think, and yeah, it was super lucky, and it's super rare. And my 39 stages was been not so good. I lost 1 minute on my PB. And I'm really surprised at how I did 32 minutes. Oh, I have to say thank you for commentating. And, it's all I think for me.
Oh, I'm just glad to be here. Yeah, thanks to you two for having the race, joining the tournament. It's been a great tournament so far. We've had a lot of exciting matches, this one included. Any final words from either of our runners?
I got nothing.
I just should say GG, Darkwing, and good luck in next ends, in next aces. Because I think it's not all. We have to do matches or something like that, I don't know.
I have one left.
One left, okay, I hope you win.
Well, it's against fast, so it's not gonna happen. So,
Yeah, maybe, I don't know.
so
Who knows? Okay, but at least I just should
good way
say
to put
you
it.
good luck. Okay,
Okay.
see you guys.
All right. Yeah, do make sure to drop a follow for our wonderful runners. Yeah, Wizard Man, you got anything else to add?
Not really. This was, as I said, a good game, and GG's to both of them. And yeah, much like several other races we've seen, it came down to that 48. And as was said earlier, yeah, I believe Darkwing still has one match left to go, so we'll be seeing you. We'll be seeing you back shortly, I presume.
And with that, I think that's a wrap over here. So thanks again, everyone, for tuning in. We do have a few more races left in the bracket. I forget exactly when the next one is. Might be tomorrow. Let me check real quick before I sign off.
Yeah, I do believe there's one on Halloween at 10. There
Yeah.
might be one coming up tomorrow. I'm not sure yet.
No, it's the one on Tuesday at 10 Eastern that I was thinking. Zook and Zelda's Kitten. That's the only one we have scheduled right now. I know there's a few more left to go before we get to brackets. But do make sure to check that out. Thank you for everyone who's been following the tournament, and thank you, Prissy, for putting the tournament together. It's been a blast. All right, for Wizard Man, for Pika, and for Darkwing Duck, I'm Jamich. And we'll see you next time.